Joining me now to discuss this and a whole lot more is Shadow Climate Change and Energy Minister, Ted O'Brien. Ted, welcome to the program. Let's start with the gas ban in Victoria. Oh, it's great to have you with me. Let's start with the gas ban in Victoria. What's your reaction to the introduction of this policy?
I think it's one bizarre decision after another in Victoria at the moment, Amanda. I think the decision of the Andrews Labor government to ban gas connections in new properties is an own goal. It really is. You've got to say, why are you doing it? The reason they will give is it will reduce emissions. But here is the problem. In fact, if you move from gas in Victoria to leverage the grid, so go to electricity, well, emissions are going to be higher by a multiple of over 5, right? So they can't claim they are trying to stop gas and electrify houses to save the planet. As it stands today, it's going to be 5 times worse by going from gas in the house in Victoria to pulling off the grid. So maybe they're doing it for economics. But hang on, Canberra, ACT, did a similar thing. The price of gas went up 3.2% for households, 3.5% for businesses. This is only going to restrict choice and it will restrict supply. Both things lead to one outcome: higher prices. So right now, as people are on their knees paying higher prices, a Labor government decides they're going to kill gas in the households and make them pay even more. Doesn't make sense. It's bizarre.
It really is bizarre. How do we help people on the Labor side of politics understand the importance of gas as a transitional fuel to make sure that we keep reliability and stability in the system, even as we transition over the long term to net zero?
Oh, Amanda, it's like talking to a drunk. Seriously, how do you convince the Labor Party about common sense in this area? Seriously, I don't know. But if you find out, please let me know, and then we'll both know. People have been trying for a long time, not just the coalition, by the way. You have energy experts across the country. You have people who understand engineering, understand economics, understand physics, saying it does not work like this. But every single time Labor has a pushback, their arrogance sees them doubling down. And what happens? You open up your power bill at home and your prices have gone up. They're taking us down a very dangerous pathway here, and Australians are paying the price.
And that price indicator is really telling us, I think, that the speed with which we are headed towards net zero is not really in keeping with the needs of Australians and indeed the needs of a stable network. Do we need to have a national conversation about the speed with which we should head in this direction?
Amanda, I think the key problem here is the speed at which Labor is taking us down its pathway. So whenever Labor talks about net zero or decarbonisation, they talk as if there's only one way to decarbonise the economy. It has to be 82% renewables by 2030. And by the way, you're going to have a $275 reduction in your power bills as we get there. It's a lie. People are finding out it's a lie. That is not the only way to decarbonise a country. The thing that Labor refuses to do is look around the world, look at economies that are actually going strongly while decarbonising.